On my journey across America, I've learned that when you ask someone in Texas if they want big savings on car insurance, it's a bit like asking if they want a big hat. Excuse me. Or a big steak. Or big hair. I think we have our answer.
If I could separate what's real from what I've been dreaming, I could live to fight another day.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Prove the weather report wrong. Again, and again, and again. xDrive Intelligent All-Wheel Drive. Now on 26 BMW models, including the 528i xDrive sedan. Hurry into the BMW Mission to Drive sales event for an up to $2,500 credit toward a new BMW.
Oh, I see. A throne for the TV, room for movies, your workout gear, nonstop football. It's a man cave. The boys next door will never leave. Who says we want them to?
Well, I'm not going over there.
Look at me. 1, we're a salty sweet snack. 2, salty sweet snacks get eaten. And 3, I prefer her versus Hungry Eyes over here.
Stephen's mistress is dead. His political career is in jeopardy. And the tabloids are ready to tear him apart.
Is he clean or not clean? Make him pick a team.
The groundbreaking miniseries, State of Play, Wednesdays at 10.
Cheers from BBC America.
Yes! Brace yourself.
Our driving may be dodgy. Our accents a bit stuffy.
It isn't.
Rubbish.
And our wit somewhat British.
Loutishness, coarseness, and all-round general euphemism.
It's so British, it's lovely.
But we make a pretty good mate.
All right. You know what this is? Juvenile.
And promise no tyranny.
That is disgusting.
No taxation. Just proper telly.
Do I look like I'm joking?
And by telly, we mean television.
Everyone.
BBC America. We speak English.
It's time for our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank, and this will determine who on this stage is our champion this time around. Each of our players now has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can. Each correct answer now worth 2 points. Carl, can you give us the scores?
Nick Hancock has the lead, Peter. He has 6 points. Alonzo Bowden is second with 5. Paula Poundstone has 3.
All right.
I don't like the looks of it.
So, Paula, you're up first.
Yeah.
The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Now, all of your questions will be about dangers that were faced in 2011. Nuclear reactors were damaged in March after an earthquake and tsunami struck in blank.
Japan.
Right. Despite predictions by Reverend Harold Camping on May 21st and October 21st, the world failed to blank.
End.
Right. In April, the FAA launched an investigation after multiple reports of air traffic controllers blanking on duty.
Sleeping.
Right. Violence erupted at Black Friday sales across the United States, most notably when a woman at a California Walmart blanked rival customers.
Pepper sprayed them.
Yeah, to
they
force
had it coming.
his tenants. Was it you, Paula?
You know what? Somebody stands in the way of a product in me and they get it.
In September and October, NASA issued warnings about 2 different defunct blanks falling to Earth.
Satellites.
Right. Despite 5 serious injuries to performers, the Broadway musical Blank finally opened in July.
Spider-Man.
Yes, turn off the dark. A British golf course was evacuated, and police helicopters were dispatched after a blank was spotted in the vicinity.
Interesting activity.
No. Can't have that around golf, is that what you're saying?
I hate golf.
Apparently. No, the police were scrambled and the helicopters were sent when a stuffed tiger was found in the vicinity. Police
and they stopped? Why did they stop for that?
Well, because they were afraid. Somebody saw the tiger and they were like, oh no. So they sent the police units and the police helicopters to observe. And they realized they were not dealing with a marauding man-eater they thought they were dealing with when the air blast from the police helicopter caused it to blow over onto its side.
Tiger seen on golf course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carl, how did Paula do in our quiz?
Paula had 6 correct answers for 12 more points. She now has 15 points, and Paula has taken the lead.
Well done. Very good. Alonzo, you're up next. All your questions, sir, are about good news we got this year.
Was there any?
There was some. I've got a few examples. In October, it was announced that all U.S. troops would be home from blank by January 1st.
Iraq.
Right. After 2 years in prison on espionage charges, 2 American hikers were released from captivity in blank.
Iran.
Right. After angry customer reaction, DVD outfit blank canceled their plan to split into 2 companies.
Netflix.
Right. A news broadcast in Canada was nearly derailed when the sports announcer blanked.
Passed out.
No, won the lottery during the broadcast. After a very public battle with CBS, actor blank was finally replaced on the show 2.5 Men.
Charlie Sheen.
Right. After canceling nearly a quarter of the season, players and owners in the blank finally agreed to a new contract.
NBA.
Yes, a blind man in England whose seeing eye dog went blind was able to get a blank in March.
A new dog?
No, a guide dog for the guide dog.
Wait a minute, wouldn't that be a new dog?
Well, yeah. Carl, you're the final authority. Does he get credit for that answer?
Has to be a guide dog for a guide dog.
I can't work here.
Graham Wasp was devastated when his dog Edward lost his sight, but not for long. He just got Opal, a guide dog for his guide dog. If the guide dog's guide dog goes blind, it'll get a guide dog, and so on, making this the rare story that gets more and more hilarious as it gets more and more tragic. Carl, how did Alonzo Bowden do in our quiz?
He had 5 correct answers for 10 more points. He now has 15 points and is tied with the lead.
All right.
Not a tie.
How many, then, does Mr. Hancock need to take this away from them?
5 correct answers.
5 correct answers. All right, Nick. This is for the game. You can do this. Here we
It's
go.
sort of like an overseas war.
It really is. All of your questions are going to be about things that came to an end this year. Endings in 2011.
Okay.
Here we go. Fill in the blank. After 25 years in the air, daytime talk show host blank left to start her own network.
Oprah?
Yes, Oprah. Of Apple aficionados across the world mourned the death of founder blank.
Steve Jobs?
Right. After just 72 days of marriage, reality star blank announced she was getting a divorce.
Kim Kardashian?
Yes, indeed. After his new boat sunk in its maiden voyage, a British man realized he should not have named it blank.
Titanic.
Right. Titanic 2. Global box office records were broken in the opening weekend of the final blank movie.
Harry Potter?
Yes, indeed. Because of Gilbert Gottfried's Twitter comments about the tsunami in Japan, Aflac replaced him as the voice of its blank.
News coverage.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. Yes. There's not a single
You could
word
be
in that
speaking
sentence.
Japanese.
I know. It made any sense to you. The answer is duck, the voice of its Aflac duck. A campaign.
Yeah, duck.
A campaign to get a new city building in Indiana named after former Fort Wayne Mayor blank
Duck.
ended in defeat.
Towering Inferno.
No.
I knew it was
They
no.
weren't able to name the building after former Fort Wayne Mayor Harry Balls.
No.
This is NPR. The Harry Balls Government Center led all candidates by 20,000 votes in a popular contest to name the new government center. But even though it was clearly winning, the organizers ended up deciding to go with the less catchy Citizens Plaza name instead. So it turns out the very same officials who had praised the erection of the building have now scratched Harry Balls.
You know what? If the powers that be would have been better off to have Harry Balls because nobody would have occupied that.
That's true. Carl, did Nick do well enough to win?
He had 5 correct answers for 10 more points, giving him a total of 16 points, and so Nick Hancock is this week's champion.
Oh my God! That's remarkable. You come over here, you take it away from us. Next thing you know, you'll be putting on a really good fake American accent and taking the lead in all our television dramas.
That's not going to be happening.
All right. Now, the Mayan calendar says that the world will end in 2012. In just a minute, we'll ask our panelists to predict exactly how it's going to happen. We'll be back with our final word right after this short break.
Honey, have you seen my wedding ring?
No, honey.
Here you go. Yes! I do!
Be ready for Christmas with low prices every day on everything. Save money, live better. Walmart. When mucus causes chest congestion, it can get in the way of your day.
It's not easy keeping a place looking this spiffy.
Maximum Strength Mucinex breaks up the mucus that causes chest congestion. It goes to work fast and provides long-lasting relief.
12 hours?
Mucinex in, mucus out.
Here, this is my